Hello. I feel like I just got off because I was teaching this morning. I am subbing Tracy's class, Hatha Yoga. So I figure I'd spice things up. It was very on the fly. I was just moving around the studio since I was hanging around today for this second class to teach. And I decided that I should talk a little bit about the chakras and what does that mean for us in yoga. Hatha yoga means sun and moon, yin and yang, male and female. So it's a very holistic practice, Hatha yoga. That's the term from Sanskrit, which is the ancient language of India. It is a dead language, no longer utilized, except in the yoga world. Most Indians, I'm married to one, they speak different languages within the huge subcontinent of India. Okay, so with that said, we are going to focus today on the power chakra, or the correct pronunciation, chakra, and the solar plexus area. So we have energy centers that affect our physicality, our homeostasis, our balance of the inner workings of the organs, so to speak. But we also address the energy system because it also affects the mental and emotional levels. Okay, so with that said, I am going to show you something. Summer reading for any of you that are interested in learning more. This I recommend. The book is called The Wheels of Life. This is a classic book that most yogis have read. Mine is dearly utilized. And the author is Anodea. I love that name. Anodea Judith. And she's a PhD. Very smart lady. So I'm going to start, before we start class, I want to just say our class today is going to be focusing on this power chakra because it's a more strengthening type of practice and not a very reflective, restorative yoga practice. So we're going to raise the energy, whereas with restorative, we want to bring it down, okay? So when we work with Hatha yoga and we use our energy to activate the body, we activate our inner fire, our power, our will, and by doing that, we increase our metabolism. And this chakra is specifically for self-esteem and empowerment. Hi, Maryland. So I'm just talking about how our practice is going to be focusing on our power, solar plexus. So there's going to be some core work, some energetic kind of practice, raising the energy up through Hatha yoga practice. So I wanted to define what chakra 3 is, the solar plexus. So my knees are killing me here laying on my knees. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to read to you the definition and then we'll start our practice. So if you take a peek, our chakra 3 is the area from the navel to the solar plexus. So this specific area here. Our function for this power chakra, okay, Manipura in Sanskrit, is that it helps and assists in the pancreas functioning. The color representative of the power Manipura solar plexus chakra is yellow, and this is a chakra candle, okay, Manipura. So the essential oils in this activate your power chakra. The stone for it is citrine. We call this the merchant stone because it's the stone for business owners. So I'm always like carrying this around because this empowers you, gives you self-esteem, gives you strength. I need all of it through this pandemic to get through this. Okay, so that is pretty much all I wanted to mention. Let's see what else. The book is huge, so you could read this on your own. Again, Wheels of Life by Anodea Judith. I would probably also say that the sound, the vowel sound that we use in meditation is Ram. So when you're meditating or you're breathing, think of that word and it'll activate your solar plexus. All right, let's begin our practice then. Again, I'm just subbing this class, so I do hope you enjoy it. It may not be exactly the same. Everyone's different. I do hope that you'll get some benefit out of it. So let's start reflectively closing our eyes. Focusing inward. Place your hands. Let's place our hands right by the solar plexus and focus on that Manipura, the power chakra. Empower yourself. Give yourself strength, power, and energy to get through the rest of this week. Inhale for a count of 6. Hold for 3 seconds. Exhale for a count of 6. 4 more breaths. Three more breaths. Two more breaths. One more deep breath. Good. Let's set the intention for today's practice. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to utilize the book. The intention for this practice today will be an opening meditation. So here we go. Place your hands. Let's place our hands by the solar plexus. And repeat after me. We are still, yet we sense growing warmth within us. We are alone, yet we sense others around us. We are strong. We form here to create the life that we want to manifest. This is where our awareness is, in our solar plexus, to create the life that we want to manifest. To form a place of stillness and grounding. This is our solar plexus. Our intention is to give ourselves strength and confidence. Let's move through our practice. Raise the arms up, stretch the arms out, and draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, raise the arms up, stretch the arms out, and draw the chin to the chest. 2 more. One more. Warm up the neck, roll that left ear to the left shoulder, chin to the chest. Right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest. Good. Bring the head up to neutral. Turn to the left, come to the center. Turn to the right, come to the center. Good. Now let's do cat-cow. Rounding the back, inhaling and arching the back. Keep going. 4 more. And big circle around. So as you create the circle, I want you to inhale and arch the back. As you come around, you round the back. Keep going. Really enjoy the movement, opening up the whole trunk. Let's go in the opposite direction now. And come back to the center. Stretch forward. 4 deep breaths. And roll it up. Switch legs. Cross over the other way. And again, reach down. 4 breaths here. Walk the hands over to the left side. And walk the hands over to the right side. And raise that left hand up. Reach over. Good. Inhale, up, 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 up. Reach for the ceiling. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, bring the arms up, really, really high. And over to the right side. One more time, deep breath. Exhale to the left. Now reach forward with your right hand. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, release, reach forward. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, release, reach forward. And take this all the way up over the head and down. Okay, inhale up with the arms. Exhale, twist to the right, look over that right shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Good, come back to the center. Take 4 fingers in front, thumb in the back. Just warm up the shoulder joint before we get started. And let's go in the opposite direction. And shrug those shoulders up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. 3 more. 1 more. Good. All right. Let's take the hands to the elbows. Draw the elbows over to the left. Inhale forward. Exhale over to the right. Inhale forward. Exhale over to the left. One more time. Over to the right. Big circle all the way around. And opposite direction. And let's do eagle arms. Bend the elbows 90 degrees. Take the left hand underneath the right, palms face each other. Inhale and exhale, chin to the chest. Rotate that left ear to the left shoulder, chin to the chest. Right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest. Unravel the arms. And let's move to the opposite side. Right hand underneath the left, palms face each other. Inhale and exhale, chin to the chest. Rotate the left ear to left shoulder, chin to the chest. Right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest. Open up the arms, interlace your hands behind you. Open that chest and fold forward, bring the arms overhead. Good, and come up, good. Flex your toes, reach forward. 4 breaths here. And come up, arms out. Open the chest. Spinal twist, keeping that back straight, shoulders down, tummy in, flex the feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist, and look over to the left. I see some comments. Let me come forward. Keep doing that. Let's see if anyone's having difficulty. Hi, Ava. Oh, Angelique, you're on. Yay! Okay, everybody's there. Wonderful. All right, let's do 3 more. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come back. Wonderful. Let's open up into extended wide angle pose. Flex the toes. Back nice and straight. Tummy in, neutral spine. And reach forward. 4 breaths here. Slowly work your way up. Take that right hand up towards the ceiling, over to the left side. And slowly come back. Good. Bring the left hand up towards the ceiling and over to the right side. And come back. Good. All right, so like I said, we're focusing on the solar plexus, so lots of core work. Keep that tummy in, keep the feet apart, hip distance, knees bent. like you're ready to ride a bike, okay? Tummy in. So you're gonna round the back, chin to the chest, and then you're gonna come back. Nice and straight. Straight back, tummy in. So inhale to prep. Exhale, lean back on your tailbone and round that back, suck that tummy in. Open the upper back, shoulder blades. Inhale up, lift the chest, open the chest. Tummy in, back straight. Exhale, scoop hollow and round that back, chin to the chest. 4 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, scoop hollow and round that back as far as you can. Lay on your tailbone, chin to the chest, and back straight. Good. Now, bring the knees together, arms are out. So this is going to be a little bit harder. Lean back, all the way back until you feel your hip flexors activating. Hello. Tummy in, back straight. 3 breaths here. 2 breaths here. 1 breath here. Good. Now raise the legs up. 3 breaths here. Knees are bent slightly. 2 breaths here. 1 breath here. Good. And open the knees out into a butterfly. Back nice and straight and lean forward. Good. All right, bring the knees together. And we're ready to start our practice. So let's come up onto our knees. Let's move first into our cat-cow. So go ahead and drop the belly, arch the back, and scoop hollow and round that back, chin to the chest. Cat-cow, inhale, arch, exhale, round. Tummy in, navel to the spine, round that back, chin to the chest like a cat, hissing big time. And here is cow, opening the belly, dropping the belly, lifting the head, opening the chest, and rounding the back. 2 more. 1 more. And hip circles all the way around. And hip circles in the opposite direction. And come back to the center. Center the left knee. Bring the right leg up. Hips are square. Tummy in. Left hand forward. Flex that right foot. Hold here. 3 breaths. Good. Tuck the right knee and the left elbow into the chest. Chin to the chest as well. And extend out as far as you can. Inhale to prep. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck in. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Relax in child's pose, knees together. 3 breaths here. And come back up onto the knees. All right, we move into the other side. So take this left foot up, flex the left foot, hips are square, tummy in, neutral spine. So if I was to put my coffee cup that's over there on my back, it wouldn't spill. Hopefully, if you keep that back and hips neutral and square. Good. Now that you have your abs engaged, right hand forward, make sure your left foot is flexed so you activate the glutes. Believe it or not, when you flex the foot, you activate all the muscles of the lower extremity all the way up to the glutes, your buttocks. Good, let's go. Tuck in, right elbow, left knee, and extend. Remember the breath. Inhale to prep, exhale, tuck. Inhale, open, exhale, tuck. 2 more. 1 more. And extend. And release into child's pose with the knees open. So open the knees mat distance apart, hips all the way to the heels, forehead to the ground, arms overhead. 3 breaths here. Walk the hands over to the left side. And I want you to take that right hand on top of the left. And walk the hands over to the right side. And take your left hand on top of the right. And come back to the center. All right, let's do our first plank. So curl the toes under, come into your full plank here. And I want you to warm up your ankles. So you're gonna lean forward onto the wrists, tippy toes on the ground, and then lean back and stretch the ankles, the calves, the Achilles tendon right here. Bring the heels towards the ground. Okay, try to keep the butt down, don't bring it up, okay? Tuck it in. Here we go. We're gonna do 5 of these. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. The whole time, engage the abs, tuck your tailbone under. 3 more. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Good. Push your way back into downward dog. Keep your feet apart and sway the hips left to right. Good. Now bend the knees and straighten the knees and draw the heels down. Bend the knees and straighten the knees, draw the heels down. 2 more, just warming up those ankles and feet. Good. Okay, now we're gonna warm up our wrists. Inhale into plank, exhale, downward dog. 2 more, inhale into plank, exhale, downward dog. 1 more. Good. Now, side plank. So come into full plank here. Turn over to the right. Right hand up and balance here. 3 breaths. And bring it down. Turn over to the left. And left hand up towards the ceiling. 3 breaths here. 2 breaths here. 1 breath. And drop the hips down to the side. Now, I'm gonna combine yoga with Pilates because that's what I love to do. Yep. So, you're gonna take the top leg. So this is called mermaid legs, okay? Top leg is your left foot. Bring it forward. Your right foot is behind you just so you have like balance, okay? You're gonna come up, scoop it under, stretch, and come down, okay? 3 more. Inhale up. Scoop and thread that left hand underneath the right armpit. Reach up and bring it down, hands to the hip. Okay, 2 more. Inhale, hips up. Left hand all the way up to the ceiling. Scoop it under. Bring it up. And hips down, hands on the hip. Last time, here we go. Mermaid legs, don't forget. Top leg is in the front, bottom leg is behind. Inhale, lift up. Scoop it under, thread it underneath your armpit. Reach up and bring it down. Good. All right, come back onto the belly. Rise up into a seal pose. Straighten out the elbows. Feel the stretch in the hip flexors. Good, and come down. Curl the toes under and lift yourself up into a plank. All right, guess what? Turn over to the right. Right hand up. And come down. Now notice what I'm doing. Same thing on the other side. Right foot is in front of the left foot. So top leg is in front, bottom leg is behind. Mermaid legs. Same thing. Lift your hips up. Reach up. Thread underneath the left armpit. Reach up to the ceiling and bring the hips down. Right hand on the hip. 3 more. Inhale, lift up. Scoop underneath the left armpit, reach over, it's a good stretch. Lift up to the ceiling, all the way up, and hip down, right hand on the hip. Okay, one last time, here we go. Inhale, lift, right hand up to the ceiling, thread it underneath the left armpit, twist. Bring the right hand up to the ceiling, right hand to the hip, hips down. Good, turn over back to the belly. Okay, we're gonna practice Cobra. So, hands, fingertips aligned with your shoulders. Elbows, I don't wanna see the elbows out like this. That's grasshopper is basically, if you ever seen grasshoppers, the limbs are right next to the body. That's what I wanna see. So bring the elbows hugging the body, lift the chest up, engage the abs, so you're working only the upper back. Okay, exhale, come down. Inhale all the way up. Arms are still slightly bent. Now a lot of you will be doing this. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Arms are slightly bent, as you can see. Exhale down. Curl the toes under and push away to downward dog. Pedal the feet. Center the left foot. Raise the right leg up, pardon me. So, 3-legged dog here. Your right leg is all the way up. Good, bend the right knee. Turn over to the right. Feel the stretch here. Straighten the leg. Good, here we go. You're gonna swing this right foot between the hands into a lunge. 2 breaths here. 1 breath here. Good, rise to full crescent pose, tummy in. Now in this pose, bring the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, except index finger and thumb. Pull up towards the ceiling. And if you have the flexibility and the strength, tummy in, push the chest out, open the chest, arms towards the back. So a slight upper back bend here, but never crunch the lower back, tummy in. Never want to crunch the lumbar vertebrae. 1 more breath here. Maybe another breath. And bring the hands down. Good, right foot back, downward dog, pedal the feet. So all these movements, doesn't seem like a lot, but it takes a lot of strength and stability to do all this. So focus on your breath as you hold these poses. So left leg comes up now, 3-legged dog. Now bend the left knee. Turn to the left, look underneath the left armpit. Feel the stretch here. Breathe. 1 more breath. And straighten the legs, square the hips. And here's what's happening next. You're gonna swing this left foot forward between the hands and lunge. 2 breaths here. 1 breath here. I'm so proud of these lunges. Never thought I'd get to this stage with hip replacements, but here I am, doing it. Killing it. Ready for it. Here we go. Crescent pose. Interlace all your fingers except index finger and thumb. Straight up to the ceiling. Open the chest. 3 breaths here. 2 breaths here. 1 breath here. Hands on the floor. Now swing back and forth a little bit. And now the back leg should propulse you forward. Bring the right foot forward and pretend you're in a chair, but don't fall. Come into that chair pose and hold. Tummy in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the chest. Exhale, prayer position. Good. Shake it out. How you doing out there? Now's the time to get a drink of water. Just doing a little Facebook check. How's everyone doing? Chrissy, hi. Ava, Angelique, Marilyn, good. All right, get your water. Guess what we're doing next? Sun salutation. So get your energy up. Okay, come to the front of the mat. Have your feet hip distance apart. All right. Place your right hand on the pelvis, your left hand on the sacrum. Pull it in. Pelvic floor in and up, navel to the spine. So now you have a neutral spine. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Mountain pose. In Sanskrit, it is called Tadasana. Okay, 3 deep breaths before we start. I get more out of breath talking, believe it or not. One more breath. Okay, here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms up over the head, open, and swan dive down. Hands to the shins, halfway up, back is flat, lift the head. Exhale, hang down, stretch the back. All right, bend the knees, send the right leg back, lunge. 2 deep breaths here. 1 deep breath here. And left foot goes back, downward dog. 2 deep breaths. 1 deep breath. Good, coming into a plank pose. 2 deep breaths. 1 more breath. Good, drop the knees, drop the chest and chin to the ground, elbows hugging the body. And now hips come down. All right, inhale, cobra. You could do a low cobra. Or if you're feeling strong, high cobra. Arms are still slightly bent and never bring the shoulders to the ears. Open the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that in the lower back. You should be feeling the muscles in the lower back activating. 1 more breath here. Exhale, come down. Curl the toes under. And if you're strong, you're going to come up with the knees straight. If you're a little bit weaker today, bend the knees and then come up into downward dog. 2 deep breaths here. 1 deep breath. Good. Center the left foot and raise the right leg up. Swing it between the hands. Lunge. 2 deep breaths here. 1 deep breath. Good. Now here's what's next. Take the left foot forward, chair pose, and hold. 3 deep breaths. 2 deep breaths. Stay strong. Feel empowered. Use your solar plexus to breathe. And push into the ground. Open the chest. Exhale, prayer position. All right. Round 1. We have 2 more rounds. And it gets a little bit more complex because I sequence different poses within a sun salutation. So that's what's next. Just giving you a heads up. Be mentally and physically prepared for a little bit more challenge. We are at the apex. And now, after this, we're going to come back down. Okay. Pelvic floor in and up. Tuck your tailbone under. Neutral spine, abs engaged. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Lengthen the neck, tuck the chin in slightly. 3 deep breaths here. All right, here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, prayer position. Arms over the head, open the chest, and swan dive down. Hands to the shins, look up. Exhale, fold forward, hips are down. Bend the knees, send the left foot back, lunge. Okay, here we go. You're gonna come up to crescent. Now briefly, all you do is drop the left heel down, turn your left foot to about 10 o'clock. So if you have a clock, just turn it out slightly. Not 90, because then your hips are turning, right? You want it to 10 or 11 o'clock, right? So you want your hips facing straight forward, tummy in so you don't arch your back. Back leg is straight, so the knee is straight, left knee is straight. Bend the right knee 90 degrees over the ankle. Tummy in, hip square, arms up. This is warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. 3 breaths here. 90 degrees to the left, arms out horizontal. Not forward, not back. Your shoulders should be right on top of the hips. So a lot of people tend to do this. So just stack your shoulders on top of the hips. Hips are facing the side, the left side. Your head is facing forward. Focus on your right middle finger. This is warrior 2. 3 deep breaths here. Remember that left foot is still turned in at 10 o'clock. One more breath, stay strong. Good, now wrap your left hand behind the back. Take your right hand over the head towards the back wall. This is reverse warrior. 3 deep breaths here. Good, straighten the knee, arms are out transverse again. Keep that left foot still turned in. We're gonna move into Trikonasana, otherwise in English known as triangle. Okay, lean forward as far as you can. When you can lean no further, take your right hand either to the knee, shin, or ankle. Keep your hips stacked on top of each other. Open. Your left hand is facing forward. So I also see a lot of beginners doing this with their hand, or bringing it back. Reach up towards the ceiling, your palm is facing forward. Just like your head. Your head could face forward. If you don't have any neck issues, you could turn towards that left hand. All right, stay here, 3 more breaths here. One long line between the left hand and the right hand towards the ankle. One more deep breath, and release. Release that left hand, square the hips, and this is called pyramid pose. Why? Because we look like a pyramid, right? Try to keep the back flat. I know it's hard. A lot of us tend to hunch our back here. So open the chest. If it's too much on your hamstring, bend the front knee slightly so it looks almost like a little lunge, a mini lunge. Fold forward. If you're flexible, straighten out the knee. The main goal is to keep the back as flat as possible. So you get the perfect stretch and align the spine so you don't crunch any vertebrae. One more breath. Good. Now place your left hand to the inside of the right foot. A lot of issues here because we're going to do revolve triangles. So if you have a block, a pillow, or a bolster, most of us are not flexible enough to do revolve triangles, so we use props. Take your prop, whatever you have, block, pillow, bolster. Place it to the inside of this right foot, right here. Hips are square. Left hand on the bolster, pillow, or block. Keep the hips square. Now, just from the navel up, just from the torso up, shoulders turn to the right, head turns to the right, right hand up, palm again facing forward. 3 breaths here, revolve triangle. Good. Release. Place the bolster on the side. Come into a lunge. Catch your breath. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Good. Left foot forward. Chair pose and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open the chest. Exhale, prayer position. Good. How is everyone? That was hard, wasn't it? Is everyone good out there? Okay, 1 more round. All right, so we're going to take the right foot back and do the other side. Come back to mountain pose, Tadasana. Create your triangle by the pelvis. Suck the pelvic floor in, tailbone under, neutral spine. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. 3 deep breaths here. 2 deep breaths. 1 more breath. Good. All right, last round, and then we're coming back down onto the mat. Here we go. Inhale and exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms up, open the chest, and swan dive down. Arms are out, transverse, reach for the toes. Good. Hands to the shins. look up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. All right, right leg goes back. Come up into your lunge, crescent pose. Now drop the right heel down, and now instead your right foot turns to 2 o'clock. Remember when we had the right foot forward and the left foot back, the left foot was at 10 o'clock. So turn that foot at 2 o'clock, not 3, because then your hips turn to the right. We don't want that. We want our hips square. So hips square, foot at 2 o'clock, heel down if possible, tummy in, hips are squared. Maintain that squared hip, maintain that left knee, 90 degrees right over that left ankle. Okay, arms up, shoulders down, tummy in, 3 breaths here. 2 breaths here. 1 breath here. Good, turn to the right, 90 degrees. Arms out transverse, warrior 2. 3 deep breaths here. Remember your drishti, focal point is your left middle finger. So in Sanskrit, focal point is called drishti. 3 breaths here. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Good. Place the right hand behind the back. Left hand over the head towards the back wall. Maintain that left knee at 90 degrees. If it's too much, readjust if you're losing your footing. 3 breaths here. Good, straighten out the left knee. Arms are out transverse. Reach forward as far as you can. When you could reach no further, left hand to the shin, ankle, or foot. Right hand up towards the ceiling, palm facing forward. 3 deep breaths. Good, drop that right hand down, squaring the hips, pyramid pose on this side. If you're feeling tight, bend this left knee a little bit, but try to keep the hips square and try to keep the back nice and flat. Fold forward, 3 deep breaths. Good, now locate your prop, whether it's a pillow or bolster or blanket. Place it to the inside of that left foot. Take your right hand on the bolster, pillow, or blanket. Hips, keep them square, straight up square. Now, just the upper body, from the navel up. Turn to the left. Left hand up, palm facing forward. 1 long line between the right hand and the left hand. 3 deep breaths here. And left hand down. Good, lunge. Place the bolster to the side. 2 deep breaths. 1 deep breath. Good, and rock it back, and the back leg should propulse you forward to chair and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push into the ground, open the chest. Exhale, prayer position. Good, all right. Guess what? Now we get to the relaxation part. So we're going to do tree pose, a back bend. We'll just do 1 inversion, spinal twist, and get to that meditation. All right, so we're almost there. So if you want to get a drink of water now, go for it, because we're going to do tree pose next. Here we go. Little break. All right, back to Tadasana. Feet hip distance apart, tummy in, pelvis forward, right? Neutral spine, tailbone under. Engage the abs. Once this is nice and engaged, you got a stable core to hold you up. Lean over to the right foot. Take the left foot either to the ankle, or if you feel flexible, take it all the way up to that inner right thigh. And if you have slippery pants like I do, it's a challenge. Okay. Palms together, midline. Why do we do that? Because it gives you balance, especially if your elbows are out. If you're doing this, no. This, yes. This gives you more balance. Okay, if this is easy, open your tree branches. Beautiful. And 1 minute, nah, I'm just kidding. 20 seconds, here we go. Breathe deeply, find a focal point to stay balanced. Foot slowly sliding down. They need to invent yoga pants with Velcro or something on our foot, and then it should stick on our pants. I'm going to come up with something and patent it, and then I'll have money for the studio. 5 more breaths. 4 more breaths. 3 more breaths. And release. Good. All right, shake it out. I'm sure your foot is going like, what is going on here? Rotate your ankle. Stretch your calf if you need to. All right, back to mountain. We repeat on the other side. So find that tummy in. So what does that mean? Most of us do this with our back. See, that's called sway back. This is what I want. Tailbone under, right? Tailbone under. Pelvic floor in and up. Navel to the spine. Notice how my back is now neutral, okay? That's what we want. All this is engaged, so you have nice balance. Lean over to the left foot. And take your right foot either to the lower leg or ankle. And if you want more, all the way up to the inner left thigh. And this is my bad ankle that I fractured, I don't know, 3 times already. As a gymnast, don't worry, not during yoga. And so it's harder to balance. So each of you, every one of you out there will have a weakness on one side versus the other. And that's perfectly normal. That's what we work on. That's why we practice, 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 practice. Practice until we can practice no more. All right. Open your tree branches. More breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. All right, shake it out. All right, come to the front of the mat. Again, keep your feet hip distance apart. Find that neutral spine again. Tailbone under, pelvic floor in and up. Engage the abs. Here we go. From Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, open the arms out, transverse swan dive down. Pivot forward into a forward bend. Send the right leg back. And this time, we are going to do lizard pose. If you have knee issues, I highly recommend that you use a blanket so your pointy knee does not scream at you. I know mine always does when I do this. So drop your right knee onto the blanket and make sure it's perfectly aligned. Now, take your left foot all the way to the left side of the mat. Take your foot and invert it. So in other words, the outer edge of the foot stays on the mat. The inside edge is off. The knee opens out so your hip is open, okay? Now, stay here. If this is easy, you can come down onto the elbows. Cautionary tale, if you have a hip replacement, me and other people out there, so be careful. You don't want to go too deep. Put a pillow here, or blanket, or bolster, and place your elbows on it so you're not going down so deep. Still opening up the hip, just not possibly taking it out of alignment, God forbid. All right, 4 breaths here. I like to say taking it out of alignment because it's less violent than me saying dislocating the hip, because that would be very scary. It's my worst nightmare. And I teach yoga a lot, so I'm always worried about that. So always do less than you think that you can do. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So find the stretch, but don't overstretch is what I'm saying. All right, 3 more breaths here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. Place the hands on the bolster. Bring the knee back slowly. And take the left foot back. Good. Come back onto the knees. And guess what? We're going to do the other side. So now, bring the right foot to the right side of the mat. Again, invert the foot so the inside edge is off and the outer edge of the foot by the pinky is still on the mat. Open the knee out. And same thing, use a pillow if you want to go down onto the elbows if it's too intense. 4 deep breaths here. 3 deep breaths. 2 deep breaths. 1 deep breath. Good. All right. And you'll be glad to hear that I'm giving you a child's pose. So place this bolster away. Open the knees out, mat distance apart, big toes together. Stretch the arms overhead, forehead to the ground. Breathe deeply here, 3 deep breaths. And now roll it up 1 vertebra at a time. So you're really stretching that back. Last thing to come up as you're sitting on your knees. The last thing to come up is the head. Good. All right. Drop the right hip down. Bring the legs around. And everyone's not favorite part of the practice. Non-favorite, I should say. Non-favorite part of the practice. Core work. So we're going to do Navasana, boat pose. So we're going to lean back, tummy in. If you're a beginner, keep the knees bent. If you're intermediate and macho about it, go ahead, open up, see what happens. Ah! Okay, and if you feel like you're really advanced, open the arms out and hold here for 5 breaths. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more breath, you can do it. And release slowly, don't collapse. Don't hurt your back coming down. All right, open your hips into a butterfly laying down. Elbows bent 90 degrees. Catch a breath here, 3 deep breaths. Bring the knees together and seek your pillow out or bolster again. And lift the pelvis up. Take the bolster or pillow underneath your tailbone. Now it's not necessary. If you don't want to use any of that, you can just, simply bring the legs and arms up. All right, so sleeping tiger, this is your relaxation pose, reversing the blood flow. It lowers the blood pressure, gets you ready for sleep at night. If this is the last thing you do at night, it would be beneficial. And of course, turn inward to the breath. We hold this pose longer than others, so focus on the breath. Couple more breaths. And release. Good. All right, really stretch those hip flexors, arms overhead, legs straight. Tuck the right knee into the chest, interlace your hands around the right knee. Keep the left knee straight. Feel the left hip flexor stretch. And switch. And release. Put the feet down, lift the pelvis up. Take the bolster away. Now keeping the feet as close as possible to the glutes. Feet are parallel and flat. You're going to come into one shoulder bridge. Keep your feet and hands together. So hands by the heels if possible. Hips up, scoot the shoulders underneath. Good. 4 breaths here. And release. Good. All right. Tuck the knees into the chest, forehead up to the knees. Good. Bring the feet up. Take the hands to the feet and rock it out side to side. Happy baby. And one last hip stretch. Figure 4. Right foot over the left thigh. Bring the left foot up to the ceiling. Left leg is completely straight. Right hand between the thighs. Interlace both hands behind the left knee. Good. 4 breaths here. And release. Switch. Take the left foot over the right thigh. Right knee is straight. Left hand between the thighs. Interlace both hands behind the right knee. 4 deep breaths. Good. Release. Last pose. Tuck the knees into the chest. Arms out transverse. Draw the knees over to the left. Upper body twist to the right. 4 breaths here. Turn your head facing the right hand. Your left hand should be to the outer edge of the right thigh, wherever you want to place it. And just gently pressing the knees towards the ground and the right shoulder towards the ground so you get a nice spinal twist. If you have bulging discs, please don't overdo it. When my back was hurting, this was difficult. Now it's not hurting anymore thanks to my chiropractors and all my work I've done with Pilates and yoga. But doesn't mean it's not chronic, so just take it easy here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And bring the knees up. Draw the knees over to the right. Upper body twist to the left. And come back. Hands behind the knees. Forehead up to the knees. And stretch the legs and the arms out. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. In through nose, out through the mouth. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, last few minutes will be a guided meditation. Place the bolster behind the knees. Stretch the arms out. Close your eyes. And let's enjoy the last few minutes moving into progressive muscle relaxation. So let's begin. Start with your toes. Point and flex the toes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, let it go. Now bring the awareness to the lower legs, knees, and thighs. Squeeze the muscles tight. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Come to the glutes. Squeeze the glutes tight. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, let it go. Now bring the awareness to the belly breath. Take a deep inhale, hold that breath in the belly. Open the mouth, big sigh, let it out. Take the hands to the chest and rib cage and hold. Big sigh, let it out. Now take the hands all the way up to the clavicles, collarbone in layman term. Deepest breath, bring it all the way up there. Open the mouth, big sigh, let it out. I almost blew the candle out. All right, one more deep breath, belly, chest, rib cage, collarbone, hold. Big sigh, let it out. Good. Bring the awareness to the hands. Squeeze, make a tight, tight fist. Inhale, stretch the fingers out. Exhale, release and let go. Come to the shoulders and lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Come to the facial muscles. Squeeze and squint the face tight. Stretch the face, open the mouth, stick out the tongue. And let go. Let go of all tension. Letting go of tension in the face. Letting go of any tension around the forehead or scalp. And scan the body now, head to toe. If there's any remaining pockets of tension, breathe into that space and let go. Continue to cycle with the breath and clear the mind. As we take your soul journey to your sacred space, slowly bring yourself there with deep breaths. Feel your heart rate and your respiratory rate go down as you go deeper and deeper into relaxation. See yourself in a beautiful valley surrounded by rolling hills as far as the eye can see. This is your sacred space. Lay down on the grass. Allow Mother Earth to cradle you in relaxation. Venerate and admire the creation around you, nature in all its beauty, birds in the sky, so high, the blue sky, no clouds, the morning sun so gentle, welcoming you. As you lay on the bed of grass, soft, moist, inviting you to let go of all your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual burdens. Allow the relaxation to unfold as you take in the energy of the sun from the toes to the feet, ankles, lower legs, knees and thighs, hips and sacrum, abdomen, chest, shoulders, arms, forearms, wrists, palms, and fingertips. Feel the warmth across the neck and face, and finally the scalp. Here you are at peace, the body relaxed, the breath calm, the mind clear, your soul uplifted. Stay in your sacred space. Enjoy the peace and serenity. Deep relaxation. I do hope you enjoyed that brief meditation. I know I'm running over, so I just want to share with you. So turn over to the right or to the left whenever you're ready. A quote from none other than Buddha, the Buddha, and circa 563 to 460 BC. Here's the quote: "Give your thoughts a chance to settle down. Then feel your mind clear like a still forest pool." That's what yoga does for us. It helps us still our mind, release the tension in our back, body, everywhere. And of course, aligning with your breath. All right, so you can align with your breath for 1 minute. You can just count your breaths for a minute. That could be your meditation. A prayer of your own faith or path, whatever you choose. Or just simply a mantra, an affirmation that works for you. So here we go. At the sound, let us begin 1 minute of meditation. Take a deep breath. Exhale, prayer position. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to teach. I absolutely can't even tell you how good I feel after teaching 2 classes in 1 day. I'm loose as a goose, strong and powerful. That was what came through in my meditation. All right. See you next time. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Bye, everyone.